Fucking hell. Oh my god. I mean, yeah. Oh, wow. And we're back with another account review. I've had a surprising amount of interest found in them. I'm going to turn off the pet that I've just seen because I'm sorry, I actually despise them. The noise that this thing makes is so off-putting. I really hate it. Okay, so account status, bought the Express Supply Pass. That's the daily thing, right? So you got 21 days on there. Have you bought anything else? You haven't mentioned anything else. I'm going to assume no. You've bought out the shop. You got a hell of a lot of these, which is nice. Don't buy contracts. Everything else is left there. What about the Battle Pass? No Battle Pass either. Okay. So we're on that relatively light spender. And for a bit of extra info, they started a month ago. Which is kind of crazy that you're level 65. Help with endgame, who to build, who to pull for possibly. So just looking at when I spawned in, you know, this is a pretty good team. Gallagher's obviously, you know, not the greatest healer. A 5-star healer would be much nicer. You know, a Ho-Ho, Fushan. But you started a month ago, I don't think Fushan was there. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, you've got Firefly? So these are your two main DPSs. You've got a interesting, you've got Kalis, so you know, account is brick. Actually get off my screen. I'm gonna just quickly look at your Moze. Okay, you have an E6, that's fine then, you can build him. Welt's an interesting choice that I wouldn't exactly recommend for now. Pella's great, good to see you leveling her up. Do you have a Lynx? I would say Lynx is pretty good. Better than Nat. Like, Nat is, like, okay. But Lynx with the team-wide cleanse, it's just more comfortable to have. So I would put her pretty close to your top priority. Unless you're planning to get Lingsha. You do have 5k Jades, so if you do want to get a healer, Lingsha is there. And in that case, obviously don't go for Lynx, don't build her. For where you're at, this is a pretty good build. 3.3k attack, 72 crit rate, 131. You know, obviously you want like a lot more crit damage in the future, but right now this is fine. Do you have any Eidolons on these characters? You have an E1 Feijao. Okay. E0 Robin. E6 Gallagher. E6 March. E0 Firefly. Honestly, that's so crazy. You have only 3 limited 5-stars. And an E1 Feijao is not a bad one. I don't know if you want to go for an E2. It's a pretty strong one, and I wouldn't say it's a bad investment. But yeah, that's up to you. If you really like Feijao, then go for it. If you're not like that keen and maybe you did get lucky, you know, you don't have to go for an E2. A heal is what you need. Nat can only get you so far now, and especially at level 60, it kind of seems like you're not too interested in leveling her. So Lingsha is a pretty comfortable one, and she does a lot of damage too. So you're getting 2 for 1 there. Let's have a look at your traces, because we've seen through the characters. Okay, I would say this is worth it. Maybe you are just leveling these up. I'm gonna say traces are your big priority here. I wouldn't farm for relics on Feijao right now because your seam's fine. You've got the right set stuff. You've got the 25 extra crit damage from this as well. Looks good to me. Yeah, just get your traces up. How's your Robin? Yeah, big time on the traces. I think you may be farming this one considering you actually have some stuff. So Robin, definitely level. Gallagher, oh, it's worth it. Trust me, just go all in for Gallagher. Yeah, just his talent, you can level. You can level his ult if you want. March. Okay, traces are definitely going to be your biggest priority. This as well. You definitely want to grab this. I don't know how much attack you do have. You got 2.7k, right? You've got 71 break effect, which is a little bit low. And when I say a little bit, I mean like actually it's kind of a lot that you're missing. Lacking in speed as well. Are these speed boots? Okay. Do you have... You got tons of resources. Level that up. Does it have break effects? Okay. Do you have any other speed boots? Honestly, I assumed you had speed boots considering how many there were, but I guess maybe you like defense, because starrail seems to think you like defense. Honestly, you could try leveling this up one more time to see if you get attack, but yeah, I mean, smart play not to level out fully if it's bad. Trailblazer traces, you want to get these two middle ones up. You want to unlock this as well, because you want to extend the amount of time they're down. That way you're doing more super break, you're getting more attacks in. It's all good. Get the break effect traces. You know how it is. You're going to be farming a lot of the new Harmony one in Penacony, and same with the Hunt one. Bronya is looking terrible. Don't use her, I'm guessing. Level this up. Trust me, because you're going to S5 this anyway. It's still good. Okay, so I'm just guessing that these kind of like 10-ish characters are the ones you're using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it kind of looks that way. Maybe Herta as well. And maybe you're thinking about Mose. Honestly, March is my preferred choice over Mose. It seems like you've got her old stuff. How do you have so much defense? Do you have a defense body? Oh my god, you have defense boots. 3 out of 5. Basically 0, honestly. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Okay, you're struggling when it comes to boots. I mean, yeah. Oh wow. The light cone is S1. I think it goes up to 16, so yeah, another 8 on that, and it's still shit. I mean, I guess you're doing what you... Why? Look, it's not much of an improvement because you still need a ton of crit rate, but why is this on your Pella? This looks like it's rolling good. I would say can I roll it, but maybe you don't want to trust me. My luck's pretty terrible. Roll this. This is good. This is already good. Like, even if it goes into like anything else, this is a piece that's going to stay with you for a while. Unless you just suddenly get super lucky, and then at that point, like, who cares that you wasted a bit of resources on that one. I didn't really go over Pella properly, but yeah, switch the Lycone. And then for her relics, you do want to get some more EHR effective rate. 17 isn't a lot. If you can get around 60-ish, I think she's usually fine. This set is not great either. She doesn't really need it. If you can run this one, which I'm guessing you don't really have, then that would be better. You can also run Forge set. Gives her some extra speed. You can run, Vonwek, extra energy. You can run Flee the Ageless, buffs allies attack, buffs her HP. These are all decent contenders for usable pieces on Pella. Broken Keel as well. You don't really have that as much though. Space Healing Station is not it. This is also not it. I'm actually, I'm inclined to just do this. Like, you don't exactly have some good sets for Pella right now. If you have effect hit rate though, yeah, if you had speed on it, it would be great. But honestly, this just gives her a bit of survivability. So if you get this to +9, you're getting a decent amount, probably around 30 effect hit rate. So it's sitting much more comfortably than what you're at now. And you don't need crit damage. She's not a damage dealer. You don't need this because she doesn't want to really do extra damage. She wants to drop enemy defense. This lets her do it on her basic attack, then on her skill. It's always good to have these kinds of things. Like, yeah, her skill also removes a buff from the enemy. So, you're getting a ton of different things out of using her. So it's best to make use of it. Speed boots, you really don't want to run anything other than speed boots on her. They can be off pieces. As long as it has speed, you can use it. Don't max anything. Your phase jar is decent, so I can understand why you'd max most of these. Okay, 2, nothing. Hey, that's pretty good. Decent. Obviously, 2 rolls into crit damage would have been much nicer, but hey, not too bad. This sucks, but could try rolling this one. 2 rolls into crit rate, it's decent. One last thing regarding your Robin. I would say leave speed boots on her for now and level them up. If you get to the point where you can hit 120 speed without speed boots, I would switch to attack boots then. Because you're earlier on, you know, you don't have exactly the most comfortable spot to be in right now, it's kind of worth it just to go for speed boots. The benefit of it is much greater than running attack boots and, you know, not activating the skill because you're not reaching 120, so you don't get an action advance and everyone's going before her. You know, you're missing out on DPS there. So it's not that big of a deal. I know loads of people will be like, oh no, you have to run her on attack boots, but sometimes you have to take the like temporary steps. There are middle steps to it. It's not like everything like, okay, let me just TP to the endpoint, you know? So yeah, I would say do that, and then we can switch over to whoever, or switch over to whatever else. There's not much to really tell you. Let me have a look at your endgame stuff, because you want help with clearing that, or starting to clear it. You're at 14 stars. Let's go over there. Let's have a look. I have no idea what you used to clear, but I mean, you have this, and you have this. How did you not clear? Honestly, I would take Gallagher to this team, and then I would take Pella to this team as well. You can temporarily use Nat here, and then you've got Homie Trout. Oh, that's not him. This team should be able to help you clear. This is not the Lycone you want on him. You want to switch these two, trust me, because whilst this does give energy, Gallagher does benefit from, you know, the break effect. These are both Lycones you can get from the Forgotten Hall as well. I'm gonna tell you that you should just take off 2 pieces of this, because it sucks. The 4-piece effect is very useless, unless you're going for specific like clear times, like a 0 cycle. Then you could kind of make use of it. Go for 2-piece speed. If you have hacker space, oh, definitely. Alright. Farming relics is going to come afterwards. You want to prioritize your traces. So we'll say traces first. Traces on Fei Zhao. So we want 8 on the skill and talent, and then 10 on the ult. Robin, basically everything, honestly. All 3 of these, max them. March you can just get to like 5, 8, 8, 8. Like that's fine. Yeah, building up a second healer. If you do want to build up Bronya, you could do that. Get your Pella up. Level 8 is like the minimum, I would say, for like an account to have traces at least the important ones. If you have a basic, you know, obviously don't max that. But like this, next time you level up, even more Death Shred, you know? This, you get more energy. It's great. There's no downside. Harmony Trailblazer, you know, get the ult. You've got a lot of money. Damn. What was that, like 11 million? Yeah. Sitting comfortably on the money, damn. Gallagher, you can kind of just leave his skill, honestly. I mean, 6 is not great, but it's fine. And I guess the ult as well. The ult is okay, you can just leave that. The basic seems a bit weird at first, but that reduced attack, especially on an account like this, where you're probably not clearing as fast as you would like to be, it's pretty useful. Can make you tank at least 2 more hits. Well, maybe 1 more. Firefly, get the ult up. The rest is like, you can put off the rest, but get the ult up, get the speed trace, and then I think you're fine. Those are pretty much all the characters. As for teams, I mean, this team's gonna have to brute force most of the stuff, but I think you'll be fine. Phasia has a decent amount of toughness bar ignore. Firefly adds her own type to the weakness of the enemies, and these 2 together are just strong, and these 2 together, or these 3 are super strong as well. So there is no reason why you shouldn't be clearing. What about your Apocalyptic Shadow? Are you doing that? Do you have that? No data. Pure Fiction will be a bit toughy, because you've got a kind of Copium team, Copium 2 teams. I'm a bit hesitant to give out advice that I haven't tested, although I should test out Phasia and Herta. I think that could be a really comfortable combo for getting at least like 30k. I don't know what he used, so I can't tell you. Asta can be one you build up for Pure Fiction. She's surprisingly good. Pella and Asta are probably the most slept on. Pella not so much, but Asta for sure. Asta's kind of just been forgotten by everyone, and I don't really know why. Like, yeah, if you have Robin and Ron Mei, you're not going to use anyone else really. Maybe Ting Yin, but Asta's strong. What teams do you have up and running so far? This is a good team. So you've got this one. Alright, that's perfect. And this is another strong one. Maybe if you're running break, but you're not doing that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to try this out fully, but I think this could work. It's up to you if you use Galaga or whatever. Ling Sha, if you get her, again, super worthwhile. At least from what we saw in like the story, if you've done that, she was fairly strong. If you want to pick up Rapper instead, then that will give you another AoE unit, which I think you could... Like, you've got your one single target here, and you've got like a kind of blast unit. You just need one AoE, like strong erudition one. And then I think you're fine. Like, Firefly, Fei Zhao will clear most of MOC stuff once you get those teams better. Let me have a look at what you've got. So you've got a decent amount of XP. Holy crap, you've got tons of materials. Tons of light cones too. Level up your light cones. You got a ton of XP for that. You're doing your weekly simulated universe or divergent universe, I'm assuming. So you're leveling these up. That's good to see. Any light cones in here that I think you should use? What do you have on your Robin? Okay, this is bad. This is a really good light cone if you can make use of it. Robin's kind of the only one right now that can make use of it, and you have Robin, and she needs 2 units. She needs a dual DPS team comp. You're going to have that with Fei Zhao and March. They're both hunt units, so they both get an extra 16 crit damage. That's pretty strong. Then you can actually run Dance 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 on your Trailblazer. Not the most ideal, but it's better than Past and Future, because Trailblazer doesn't buff speed and make sure, you know, whoever's after them is going to be the most damage dealing one. So unless you do have your team speed tuned, which I should double check, 124, 111, no. So it's not going to work. I don't know who else is in the team, but chances are they're slower. I think the 2 units you may want to try building, your Asta. Oh, maybe Lynx. If you're not going for Lynx, go for Lynx. So yeah, who to pull for. If you are desperate for an AoE DPS, which you're not exactly desperate, but it would be, it would, you know, get rid of some of the pressure to clear. So perhaps you want to go for Rapper. But yeah, that's about it. You've got a solid start here. For a month in, this is really, really good. Like, if I had to switch places with you and where my account was in a month, I'd be pretty happy. However, it's still not exactly good, which is how I rate the accounts. Because if we're being real, right, someone who's going to get an 8 out of 10 or more obviously is at endgame. They've been there for a while, probably a day 1 player, and I can't just judge every account like that, right? Let's just do a double check really quick. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on all about. I'm just gonna assume you just don't use them, because of what the hell is that? You've got a lot of relics, so I don't think you need to farm them right now. Traces are your priority. When you do get to farming relics again, you'll want to farm Hackerspace. Hackerspace and Longevous, they are very useful. You're going to want them on some of your healers if you're not planning to get Lingsha. You're going to want them on your support units, other than, like, you know, this set. Yeah, your Robin build kind of sucks. Actually, I didn't really pay full attention, but your Robin build does kind of suck. You don't want 4-piece Musketeer, to be honest, because you don't need the basic attack. You've got this set. You've got tons of pieces on this set. So just do a 2-piece. You know, you've got a bunch of these. All she needs is attack, and if you can get her to 120 speed, honestly, you could switch to this one. Physical damage isn't too bad. You'll definitely want attack. Look what we've got. We've already got Von Whack here. I'm going to switch it for you, just because I think this is better. Again, you can run attack boots if you have them. Yeah, like, these pieces aren't that good. So you can switch to attack. I'm not going to get rid of your other pieces. I'm just going to, like, show you fucking hell, what the dog shit is that? Your Mose doesn't need this. Attack is useless. And oh my god, 11 crit rate though, what the fuck? This! Unironically this! Maybe not that. and maybe not that. But like, this has effect res and HP, decent stats for Robin. This has defense and effect res, decent stats on Robin. Like, the stats might look a little bit worse, but once you level those pieces up, this is unironically better. Maybe if you have like musketeer boots that are better, you can switch to those. But yeah, that will make your Robin better. If you do need a decent DPS, Misha's actually pretty good. If you watch my latest MOC video, I use Misha to clear Venturine side, and he manages to do it with a cycle left to spare. So it's not like, you know, oh, he's a 4-star, oh, he sucks. He's doing like 400, 500k. So, you know, it's worth looking into. And that's obviously on like one of my best builds I can make for him. But for this account, or for like a general account, you'll be seeing 200 to 300k. Like, he is strong. It's up to you and how you want to play. Characters to pull again, I told you Linksha or Rapper, you can decide. Skip on Topaz. I know lots of people are going to be saying, Topaz works really well with Phasia. And they're right, she does. But you don't need it. You've got March, you've got Moses, you've got two. Okay? March is phenomenally good. So I would just say go with that. But yeah, let's get into the rating of the account. I think that's everything you wanted to with who to build. I told you. Misha can be one that you try if you really want like a decent AoE ice damage dealer. You can pull for Linksha. You can build your links if you don't want to pull for Linksha. I've given you your endgame teams. I will say just pull an AoE DPS for Pure Fiction. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Yeah, let's give them an Abyss score. So, you know how I do it? I explained that a little bit earlier. If I was to switch places with them, with like the same kind of circumstance, how happy would I be on this account? And honestly, I'm tempted to give this like a 6. Like, for where you're at, and for how long you've played, like 1 to 2 months in, it looks pretty decent. You've already got the formation for like your teams. You know, you've picked up 2 strong teams there. Maybe not the runway, but you know, you can't get every 5-star. You're gonna have to miss out on some if you're free to play, or you're only buying like the what was it, the supply pass. So yeah, honestly, this is pretty decent. I've written out the steps for you, and I'll DM them to you. But yeah, good job on this account. Very impressed. And yeah, that I think does it for this video. If you guys do want to be a part of this, let me know. Join the Discord, go through all the steps. There's an account review channel, so you can take part there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.